Welcome to another DBG's Top 10, and wouldn't you know it, it's another one themed around Mario. Shut up.
You know, when I first started the script, I had something completely different intended for this Mario Kart Top 10. After halfway through writing, I realized something though. Half my choices were Double Dash based. This in turn brought out a lot of memories that made me realize just how much this game meant to me, and how much I wanted to see a sequel. So I restarted from scratch, and now I present to you my top 10 reasons why there should be a Double Dash 2. Or should that be a Quadruple Dash? Or a Double Dash? Yeah, they're gonna have to work on the title with this one. Get to it, Nintendo.
You know, it's been over a decade since this game has been released, and there still hasn't been another racing game like it. To this day, no one has ever attempted to recreate this concept, and it still stands out as one of the most unique racers out there. And you can say the same thing about this game in the Mario Kart series itself. Quite honestly, Double Dash was the last game in a series that really tried to push the envelope and try new things that had never been done before. It was the big step up from Mario Kart 64, just like how Mario Kart 64 impressed the world with the huge step forward it made from Super Mario Kart. Mario Kart Wii? Honestly, if it wasn't for the online and better stages, I don't think people would have cared as much. It was basically Double Dash without the double. I mean, it looked just like it for Christ's sakes, but it lost a lot of things that made Double Dash so special. It wasn't until Mario Kart 8 that I was truly excited for a new one, but I have a feeling that was the HD working me over because in the end it was just an F-05 Mario Kart 7 with better courses. To me, it's the perfect time to see a new Double Dash. It's been so long that it would be exciting and feel fresh to people, especially with some of the new mechanics they've added since then. You can carry 2 items at once. Do I need to say more? Oh, maybe it's not so unique to Double Dash. Shut up. But there's a huge difference between this and the other games. This is cheap. This is fair. Mainly because you have to rely on skill to block the other items. So it's okay. We in agreement? We cool? Good. You know what's funner in the newer games? Getting hit by an item that slows you down to a grinding halt, and right after you get hit 3 or more times in a row by a different items like it's a goddamn pattern! Oh, you don't! So you fucking hate it just like the rest of us do in single player, eh? I despise this in the new games. You could be doing so well, but because the computer players aren't as tough as they used to be, the developers decide to be antagonizing assholes and make it where they give these little bastards blue shells and lightning bolts like they're goddamn banana peels. And it always seems to be one right after the other. I know it's not coincidence because it happens just a little too much. This barely ever happened in Double Dash. Now that's not to say you didn't get hit. Oh my god, did you get hit? A lot. But that was because of the abundance of item boxes to accommodate the 2 characters. But the biggest difference was it felt natural. It didn't feel like the game was scolding you for doing good. Most of your enemies were going to be normal items like shells and banana peels. This led to the game being a natural challenge. The other racers were just tough in general. They didn't need cheap bullshit to stomp your ass. In the newer games, it doesn't matter how good you are. If the game decides you ain't winning the race this time, then just forget it, because you have a very slim chance of making it back in the first. But who the hell am I kidding? If we ever do get a Double Dash 2, it's probably going to play like the newer ones. Shit. Guess this choice is pointless too. Fuck's sakes. Now, the last pick kind of plays into this one as I feel proper challenge would balance online a whole lot better. Playing online with other people can be a really fun time, but there are a couple big issues most people have. The biggest one being that you pretty much won if you get a decent lead in the race because positions 2 to 12 are pretty much locked into going after each other. Meanwhile, the player in first can just hold down an item to protect himself from most attacks and not have a care in the world as they score an easy win. You couldn't do that often in Double Dash if you were playing with other skilled players. You had to have good timing to block items, and no matter what, there was never a time you felt safe from even the most basic items. This alone I feel would help some of the online issues out, but on top of that, depending on what you got hit with made all the difference. You get hit by a shell? Well shit. You get knocked over once. No biggie, but damn it, that set you back a bit. Got hit by fire, eh? Well, your ass is gonna burn, preventing you from using items for a bit as you spun out, just like you would if you hit a banana peel. And if you got hit by a strong item, then you got hit fucking hard. So hard that you slow right down for a bit until you get back onto your cart, and it also knocked out any items you might have had. It's stuff like this that would level the playing field so well, and it's due to how often and how many items would be in the plate, and it's all thanks to the racers having a second player. And just like in single player, it wouldn't feel cheap because you know you could do the exact same thing to them at any time. Now, what's one thing that continues to bring people back to the older games? Besides nostalgia. The battle mode. Now, I don't know about you guys, but I feel battle mode hasn't been all that great lately. In the newer games, the threat of dying wasn't even an issue anymore as it became more about getting points than surviving the longest. You lost all your balloons? Well, shucks, here's a new set of them. And collecting coins honestly isn't all that different from getting points. Now, that's not to say that this style of play is bad. In fact, quite the opposite, as I think it could be a fun option for battle mode, but a true 3-balloon survival mode? You know you want it. We want this. Not this. This! Definitely not this! Get that shit the fuck away from me! But I haven't even scratched the surface here because Double Dash's battle mode wasn't all about popping balloons. No. It had 2 more types of gameplay accompanying it. The first was Shine Feed. This was a keep away type of minigame where everyone scrambles to grab the Shine Sprite and be the one holding it when the time runs out. This led to hectic times as everyone would gang up on the one player just to try and steal it away. But nothing was more hectic than Ba-Bomb Blast. Oh my god, this was the best idea ever! All items are Ba-Bombs and you have to be the first to earn 4 points, which you get by blowing each other up. Whoever thought of this mode was a genius. Blowing up everyone in sight to gain points and having them not stolen away from you is so much fun! There's honestly nothing greater than stacking up 10 bombs and then unloading them like a fucking madman. To be honest, I'm not the biggest fan of how karts are handled in the newer games. Now don't get me wrong, I'm not against or hating the kart customization in 7 and 8. But what happened to these guys getting their own personal karts? When I was unlocking karts in Double Dash, it was always cool to see what I was going to get next. You got more of a taste of these characters' personalities through the way they designed each kart, and each of them felt more distinct than the car parts we get today. Now it's like, oh cool, new car part. Hey, that looks kinda cool. Yay, new tire. Oh wait, I already have a different colored version of it. Yay, a new fucking glider that falls into Type A or Type B because we refuse to change the stats for any of them. Given not every card you unlocked in Double Dash was all that great since almost half of them were just a different color with different stats. But Mario Kart DS knew it had a good thing going when they expanded on it by giving each character not 1, but 2 personal karts if you don't count each character's standard kart. What the hell happened after that? In a perfect world, we would have kart customization as well as personal karts. You can make it happen, right, Nintendo? Right?
Just do it!
Okay, you knew the main gimmick was gonna appear somewhere, and although the option of having to work together on one kart may scare people at first, they were able to make it work really well here. If both players knew what they were doing, there were a few benefits to teaming up. First off, you could pull off a super dash if you were in sync, and no one was ever gonna get close to you since you could punch and kick people to make them spin out, and of course steal their items. The best part about co-op is that it was optional, and it was kind of risk versus reward. If you and your partner didn't work well or see eye to eye on how to play, you were screwed. But if you worked great together, you became even more dangerous on the road than ever before. This also allowed 4 players to play in the Grand Prix, which was a bonus. So who knows, maybe they could include 4 players to play online in one console like they do now with 2 players. Hey, I'm onto something now. Also, don't be a dipshit like me if you're ever capturing footage by yourself. See this here? Not fun! It hurt!
What are you looking at?
What the hell ever happened to stealing items? This isn't even a Double Dash thing, but something in general that has been lost over time. And no, running into a mushroom on Lucky 8 isn't the same thing. You're a dick if you do that, by the way. You have more chances of blowing us up doing that, you asshole! First we got the Boo item, a sick-ass item that turned you invisible, made you invincible for a bit, and the best part was you stole another player's item. Not to mention, I loved pissing people off who thought they had a good lead only to see me pop up in front of them. Now in Double Dash we lost that item, but we gained so many more chances to steal items. First we could use a mushroom to smash into other players and take their items. If you wanted to be a prick, you could still do so even though you had items, forcing them to drop theirs. You could still use a star in the same fashion and just had a stronger kick since it knocked you on your ass. And like I mentioned earlier, you could punch another driver in co-op to take their item. Now, the Boo item was great, but like the rest of my bias choices, I preferred how Double Dash handled it. Honestly, with the Boo, when did you ever have an item stolen from you? Never, unless it was in the battle mode, right? That thing only ever stole from computer players. Double Dash's way of doing it was a lot more personal. You knew damn well it was a preemptive strike. That fucker behind you was holding off until he or she knew you had something. It was like a pack of wolves stalking its prey, waiting for the best moment to pounce and rip your throat out. And that's what happened anytime you got a good item and lost it. You muttered, "You motherfucker," and started plotting the end of that racer. Oh, good times. I love it. For a series that's known for being a crazy and hectic experience, Mario Kart Double Dash did it best. It's easily the most hectic of the entire series. The amount of items that were allowed at once and all the ways you could fuck with other players was great. This led to you having to be on guard at all times because you never knew what your next obstacle was thanks to the multiple ways this game lets you approach these situations. The two characters at once was truly a game changer as it opened up the doors for multiple items at once, it allowed you to punch and kick your opponents, and it let you steal in a way that hadn't been done before and it hasn't been seen since. And that goes for the other two I brought up as well. This concept made the experience so memorable. Especially in battle mode, the amount of items flying over the place was nuts, and there was nothing more satisfying than stealing one of your opponent's balloons. I've been really longing for an experience like this again, and with all the improvements they've made to Mario Kart over the years would make a sequel to Double Dash truly amazing. But there's only one reason left why Double Dash is great, and it needs to come back. So, what's the best reason why they need to make a Double Dash 2? The character-exclusive items, of course!
Why the fuck would he say that?
Now, I know some may be confused about this choice. Some might even think I'm fucked in the head with this pick, but I really believe this was the best part about Double Dash. On the surface, one might think it's not that big of a deal. So what? Each character gets their own exclusive item! But if you dig a little deeper, this aspect made all the difference. It made you really think about who you were going to play as. You really had to think, should I pick someone like Donkey Kong so I know I'll get a good amount of his giant bananas since I'm going to be in first most of the time? Or should I pick one of the Baby Mario brothers on the higher difficulties to get that beautiful chain chomp they have? Also, why the fuck did the Bullet Bill replace the chain chomp? I don't care if it's faster, that will never top the chain chomp's crazy and random patterns. Yeah, this led to very strategic character choices as you wanted items that fit your playstyle, but also give you that edge when you needed it most. These items also heighten the craziness to the game. A lot of them are so outrageous you can't help but smirk when you get one. Mario and Luigi's fireballs were a lot of fun, and a lot more successful in hitting someone than the fire flower we get today. Yoshi and Birdo's egg is, admittedly, a piece of crap. It's just a red shell that breaks into 3 items shortly after if it doesn't hit anything. But the baby bros make it up with their lovely chain chomp. Do you think you have good aim? Pick Wario or Waluigi to get a bomb and snipe the competition in front of you, or be a dick and drop one behind you and let players try and avoid the blast. Or you can be the biggest asshole in the whole wide world and pick Bowser or Bowser Jr. to gain access to the Bowser Shell and make the competition your bitch. King Boo and Petey Piranha? Rip off! These items are what made Double Dash stand out from most racers on top of everything else they introduced in my opinion, and what made the game stand out from the rest of the series. The biggest example I can think of that proves this is Baby Park. It was brought back twice after this game and both times it failed to live up to the expectations of the original. That's because all these crazy items weren't present in the new games. Exclusive items were such a great feature to the series, and I don't understand why they only happen in this game. Am I missing something here? Am I the only one that liked this feature? I can't be. Seriously, Nintendo, if you bring back anything from Double Dash, it should be character-exclusive items. Or at the very least, a Chain Chomp. And Ba-Bomb Blast. Definitely Ba-Bomb Blast.
Just do it!
As always, thank you for watching, and as always for the newcomers, if you liked what you saw, definitely like, subscribe, and share to your friends who might enjoy it. And now I have a couple things to add. That's right, I got off my butt and made a Facebook and Twitter page so you can continue to follow what's going on. I'll do my best to remember it's a thing and use it.